Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When the instructions are over, then after that there is something called as the convocation address or a valedictory function. In this valedictory function, what is said in the Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, this thought comes. Vedamanucchacharyonte vasinamanushasti satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyaya atma pramadaha acharyaya priyam dhanamavritya prajatantum ma vyavachetsi satyanna pramaditavyam dharmanna pramaditavyam bhutyaina pramaditavyam. The instructions are given. Now, having studied here for last 2.5 days, a lot of things were pumped in. So, the ball is now in your court. Now, we have received it, so we have got two options. When we consume something, either we digest, assimilate and become healthy and strong, or we have indigestion, constipation, vomition, one of the few options. So if we digest, assimilate, it will make a change in our life. And Bhagavad Gita says, sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. He who has decided to change himself, from that very moment a great saint is born. Very simple. What we lack in life is this firm conviction and commitment that we have to change, not the world. And that change comes when the information that we have received is interacted intelligently. See? And then this intelligent interaction with the information received, this information becomes our knowledge. Further, the knowledge, when we play with, it becomes our understanding. And the understanding is when further allowed to mature, like the cheese in the Switzerland for years together, then it becomes conviction. And all of us live only our convictions. I live with the conviction that I am a body. I live with the conviction that I am a man. I live with the conviction that I am young or old. So all of us live our convictions. Therefore, to bring change in ourselves, what is required is, are we convinced? Or it is just one more information? Monday, Lions Club; Tuesday, Tigers Club; Wednesday, Buffalo Club; Thursday, Goat Club; Saturday, Eve's Club. Still Sunday remains. Okay, Spiritual Club. See? Spirituality does not lead to clubbing. It takes us beyond all the boundaries. And we merge in the totality. See? Avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivarjate. All the problems are born out of erroneous thinking. And this erroneous thinking cannot be corrected by any other way except the right thinking. There was a mad king, and this king entered a room and there was no light. Candle was off. So he called his servants, "Come on, remove this darkness from my room." "Sir, how should we do?" "Get a bucket of water and wash away the darkness." So the servants, obedient servants, they got a bucket of water and tried to wash away the darkness. "Sir, it's not going." "You fool, get little more water." So again no water. It could not be washed away. "No, I think you are dumb. Call another set of servants." Another set of servants. "Sweep away the darkness." So a battalion was engaged with the jhadu in the hand. It is not going. Then, okay, start the exhaust fans. And yet the darkness was not going. Friends, when we hear this story, the elderly people, they feel what stupid things Swamiji is talking. Our stupidity is of higher quality than this. See, what is our stupidity? Our stupidity is we live as the body, for the body, on everybody. See. So for that foolish king, any effort he will put, it will be all in vain. In the same manner, whatever we may do in this world, what we do, kurute ganga sagar gamanam, vrata paripalanam athava danam, we go to the holy places and make them unholy. See? We go to the Ganges and start, "Oh, how dirty this place is." There was one engineering student. He, his parents and his uncles. So 4 of them sitting backside in the ambassador car. And in the front, driver, myself and this young boy. And when we reach Haridwar, you know the beggars come all around, like the flies, the beggars come. So when the beggars came, he became very angry. He said, "Don't give them a pie." So the mother said, "Don't shout like this before Swamiji. This is not right. Behave yourself." So the whole car was in tension. I said, "Mama, do you know what he said?" He said, "Don't give anybody a pie. If you have to give 2 rupees. So the tension eased out. And then the boy became my friend because I did not condemn him like his parents. We went to the Ganges. The parents were taking bath. I was not, I didn't have change. So I was sitting with my feet in the Ganges and enjoying the whole atmosphere. That boy, born out of a electric post, he saw there was one bull. And the bull has done the bullshit. He can't do another shit. So he did it. When this happened, a question was asked, "Swamiji, yes, is this Hinduism?" I said, "No, this is the bullshit." See, we keep on trying everything except correct our thinking process. Then he showed some poor people taking out their torn clothes, rags, taking bath in the Ganges, again putting on. "Is this dirty thing Hinduism?" I said, "No, these are clothes, they are not Hinduism." Then I asked him, "What do you see?" He said, "I see filth only here." I said, "Very good. What do you see, Swamiji?" I said, "I see this most beautiful ancient river called as Ganges, which has purified the hearts of millions, where all the great saints and sages have lived for ages, and which is the source of inspiration for innumerable people from the time unknown. This is what I am saying. Do you know why you are not seeing this? Because you have come here as a sanitation inspector. If you are a sanitation inspector, you cannot see beauty. You will only go and see. निकालो साफ साफ करो इधर से. A sanitation inspector cannot see beauty in this world because he is trained to see the filth. See? So we have to decide what do we want to see in this world. And this change in the vision is the purpose of all the satsanga. Have we changed our vision? And what is the change in the vision? The common example given, half glass filled with milk. One person looks at the emptiness of the glass and condemns and, oh Lord, why I have been given half empty glass? The other person takes the same half glass filled with milk and gulps it and enjoys. See friends, this is the right vision. You must have seen the children when they lose their first tooth. Where their tongue goes, where the tooth is not. And the parents say, don't do that. They, one tusk like Ganeshji will come out. Don't do that. We do the same thing. Where the teeth are, there our tongue doesn't go. Where the tooth is not, there the tongue goes. In the same manner, what the Lord has given us, that we don't appreciate. What He has not given, that we talk again and again. Oh God, why? Do you think God listens to our dumb complaints? He told me, I never listen. I have got, a selective hearing. See? Like in the emergency ward you go, those who go along with the patient, they are very serious. Oh, something happened. And those who are living in that emergency ward, koi baat nahi, rakh do. It makes no difference. But something will happen. Never mind, we have got mortuary. We'll put it there. See, friends, let us change our vision. So after having really studied, our vision changes. Example. When a person is studying in a school, he looks upon people, uncle, auntie, friends, etc. Then he takes an exit and enters a medical college. The moment he enters the medical college, a change starts happening in his vision. And by the time he is through the medical profession, this college, he comes out. He no more looks at the people as human beings. He looks upon them as patients. So earlier, he was holding the hand, darling, how are you? Since so many days I have not seen you. How cute you are. Oh. Now he sees the purse. Purse missing. See? So the training that he has got in the medical college has brought a change in him. See? I'll tell you how the change comes. This happened in Washington, D.C. We had a retreat like this. So, it was a very long journey I came, and something like, 9 o'clock in the morning I landed and went to the house, finished my bath. 11 o'clock the retreat started. So, first lecture was 11 o'clock. So, no time even for anything, So, just rushed. And after the first lecture was over, I was just standing like this. Because the whole body was cramped, sitting in the flight for 8-9 hours, like that, standing like this thing. One lady came, Swamiji, I want to ask some questions to you. I'm a doctor. I said, Mama, I want to tell you something first. What is that? Are you a renal specialist, kidney doctor? What did you say? I said, are you a plumber? Kidney doctors are nothing but plumbers. Taking care of the drainage. Who are they? So, yes, I am a renal specialist, but please tell me, how do you know that? I said, from the way you approach me. Why? Because when I was standing like this thing, yes, that's what I came. I said, a pure diagnosis is that I have got a kidney stone. Swamiji, you know everything. I said, no, your eyes tell. Kidney stones are coming out of your eyes. Because you have got only one stupid knowledge. Whenever there is problem in the kidney, you get a pain. So such patients will stand like this, they get a relief, and I am standing and feeling a relief. Therefore, I must be having a kidney stone. In that way, our Panduranga Vitthal Bhagwan is suffering from kidney stone. Change in the vision. Because this is all the time when I am standing like this. Kidney. From this kidney, I remember one thing. There was a child, a Sardarji child, and the teacher was teaching. Come on, children, I will tell you. I won't repeat. I want to see how attentive you are. Only once I will tell you and I will ask you then, okay? This is a small finger, this is a ring finger, this is the middle finger, this is the index finger, this is thumb, this is palm, this is wrist, this is elbow, this is upper arm, this is shoulder. Clear? Yes. Now you tell. This is shoulder, this is upper arm, wrong. So everybody tried wrong. There was that one Sardarji. He said, I can tell, and he told perfectly, each and everything. When he told perfectly, the teacher was very happy. She said, how come you remembered so perfectly well? Kidney. Because of the kidney, he forgot where is the kidney. Friends, whenever you are happy, you are nobody. Whenever you are happy, you have nothing to do, nowhere to go. When you are happy, you are in tune with the divine. When you are happy, your life is fulfilled. This is all that the change in our vision has to come. Don't complain. There is nothing worth complaining in this world. Those who become miserable because of somebody or something, they are the fools of the highest order. See, one person asked me in Bangalore, I got out from the flight. He said, Swamiji, I am your fan. I said, then what do I do, switch off? See, you have been running around and talking to so many people on Gita, but the people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? I said, am I a fool to feel bad about it? No, you are putting so much effort, but people don't change. I said, that is what I want. If they will change, where will I go? No doctor likes that a patient should be cured. Doctors maintain the patients. They don't cure the patients. In the same manner, Babajis don't want the people to grow wise, continue to be miserable. Our market is maintained. See, friends, we have no business to be miserable because of anything or anybody in this world. See, this firm resolve, refuse to be miserable. Never complain. Be cheerful wherever, whatever condition you are. Then you will see that our vision has changed. If we die and go to the heaven and ask, God, I have come. Where from you have come? I have come from South Africa. Oh, very good. How do you like heaven? There are no mosquitoes here. So we'll complain that also. Okay, there are no mosquitoes in the heaven. Because a habit of complaining. See? Such complaint boxes can never be happy in life. Therefore, in this Shiva Sutra, what we have learned is this simple principle, that live more and more in awareness. When we live in awareness, life becomes so light. See? What is the weight of this cloth? Can somebody tell? You tell? About 1 gram. So it is very light. If I hold this cloth for 10 minutes, what will happen? I can easily hold it. If I have to hold the same cloth for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, I will be tired. Is it not? In the 6 hours, has the weight of the cloth increased? Then why I am tired? Think. Even be very attentive. Even if it is a small little thing, and if you hold for a long time, you get tired. And we are all holding on small little things for a long time in our life. Why did he say like that when I was 10 years old and now I am 90? So for 80 years, the small little thing we keep on holding. As a result, we become tired. See? The tiredness comes only because we hold on to silly things for a very long period of time. Therefore, never hang on the small things. Small things are to be discarded. See? If we have to be miserable for something standard, see? And that something standard is, today also has gone, today also I lost my patience, today also I became miserable. No. Tomorrow onwards, no misery, no complaints, no showing a dirty, frustrated face to the world. No. Vivekananda used to say, when you go to the bathroom, flush, wash, and dress in a neat and perfect manner, and your makeup is incomplete unless you wear a smile. Come out in the world with a smile on your face, so that anybody looks at us, feels inspired. Here is a person worth looking at. Otherwise, अब जी के क्या करेंगे जब दिल ही टूट गया तो. And such people don't die also. The tragedy is this. तो ना जीने की तमन्ना है, ना मरने का इरादा है. Is this life or what? See, it's very important. How we dress and how we address declares our person inside. See, if you go to somebody's house, immediately you can know the quality of the people of that house from how the house is maintained. See, it clearly declares. Many of us have got this wrong notion. Simple living, high thinking. It is in fact shabby living and stupid thinking. It is not simple living, high thinking. We have to present ourselves as a counter wherefrom the divine is expressing. See? In this manner, this knowledge that we got must be applied every moment, in and through every interaction. See? Then we are really living life. Otherwise, we are carrying the load of death. Like one young boy in Bombay, he came to my house. I stay on the 4th floor. How many? Please help me. I said, I don't give money to anybody. You have come to ask money, wrong place. No. I wanted to commit suicide. I said, wait a minute. Come here. You have seen that building? It is 48-story building. You go there on the top floor and from there jump. Even if you don't die, I will stand there with a danda and see that you die. No, you are making fun of me. I don't mean that. I said, this is what exactly you meant. Swamiji, help me. Then you said, you wanted to commit suicide. So what does it mean? To help in committing suicide. So you go, I'll tell you, help you. See, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata. For the welfare of the whole world is our life. I will see that you die. But why do you want to kill me? I said, I am not killing you. You are not living. Imagine a person who has been thinking for last 10 years that I want to commit suicide. So for 10 years, was he living? No. Every moment of our life is a celebration and not a calibration. See? Then the Shambhavi Mudra, then the Shambhavopaya, then the Shiva Sutras, then the fundamentals of life are clear. And when this happens, we are every moment relaxed, cheerful, happy. And when we are relaxed, cheerful, happy, means what? Our performance in any field that we jump into is unparalleled. Is perfect, without efforts. That perfection starts flowing through us when we allow the divinity to express. So this is what is the convocation address. We all have to allow this knowledge to percolate from the head to the heart, get it converted into love. Let it flow to through our hands as service, live cheerfully and happily. If we do this, very good. If we don't do this thing, very, very good. Because we'll have another chance. See, those of you who are Hindu, never mind if you don't do. Those who are not Hindu, please see that you have to do in this very life. See, next life, there is no next life. So there is no option, there is no choice. Therefore be committed. If you are a Hindu, never mind. Agle janam mein. You know what happens? God will correct his mistake. God will say, you are a Hindu, it is not your fault that you are lazy, it is my fault. That I made you a human being. You should have been born as a pig. But I did a mistake, so I correct my mistake and he will take us out of the human and push it in. Then only eat, sleep and procreate, nothing else in life. Nowhere to do nothing. See friends, allow that divinity to surface, then our life becomes a magnetic personality. Our very presence makes everyone happy around us. Otherwise, we are like biological mosquito repellents. Mosquito repellents, the mosquitoes don't go near. We become human repellent. Oh, that fellow is coming, my God, let us go somewhere. Because our personality is so disgusting. So let us allow this knowledge to be a part of our life and we live happily thereafter. There was a school and small children, they were given a essay writing competition, story writing competition. Write a shortest story, but it should be good. Don't write miserable story. Okay. So we have got about 10 minutes. Very short story. One child wrote a story and said, "What about you? I finish." You finish? Others have not started. What can I do? I have finished the story. So, okay, you read. Because he finished first. So he read. There was a man and a woman. First line. Second line, they were standing back to back and they started walking. Thereafter, they lived happily. You wanted a happy ending. How simple it is. So, we go from here and hereafter we live happily. Okay? Give up all the wrong emotions and live cheerfully and happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnah Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate